So VSI has been a product in our environment for a number of years now, and we've used them, the tool, not just for performance-related issues or storage issues, but also for some pretty significant critical issues we've had in our environment. VSI has actually helped us resolve. In some cases, these were issues where manufacturers themselves were heavily engaged and could not find resolution. Amazingly, we brought VSI in, we ran the tool across our arrays, and literally within hours, the VSI team had turned around not just what the problem was, but also an action plan on how to remedy the situation. So VSI has got a lot of credibility in our environment. When they talk, we tend to listen. And again, it's not just for performance issues, but there has been a situation recently where VSI has really been able to help us provide some tremendous business value. Historically or traditionally, if you talk to storage people or to technical people, they tend to speak to you in bits and bytes and speeds and feeds and IOPS and latency and throughput and things of that nature, which are great, but at the end of the day, there needs to be value back to the business. And sometimes it's difficult to articulate those speeds and feeds back to business value. Recently, we had a situation where we were able to very clearly make that connection, where we were sitting with Kerry and Van and Adam and the Clear team, and they came in, for their monthly conversation with us, and they put up the VSI charts and they showed us. They said, "Look, here's this thing over here that if you added a little bit more flash, you could really see some additional business value, some enhanced throughput." And again, we said, that's great. We'll go back and speak to the business and try and identify where some of these performance issues were. And when we did, the business basically said, "Look, we don't have any performance issues. We're actually really happy with the way the machine is performing today." So we said, okay. So went back and we reevaluated our VSI reports, and we did clearly see that there was some latency, that if we were to add some additional flash as recommended by the Clear team, we could really drive additional throughput. So what we did is we decided to change the question that we asked the business. And instead of asking them whether or not they had performance issues, we asked them if there were jobs or things or processes that were running in their environment today, that if we could get them to run a minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes faster, if that would be helpful to them. And when we asked them that question, they quickly responded. They said, "No, actually, now that you mention it, there are these things running in the environment that if we could just improve them a little bit, there would be some value, some business value back to them." One of the scenarios was where we have an online ordering system. And the online ordering system, what happens is the customer places the order for a product online. It then goes into a queue waiting on processing. Once processing is done, it hits the transactional processing, it hits the plant. Once the plant gets it, it then starts the manufacturing, and then the shipping process occurs. Because of latency and disk issues in our environment, this process, from the time the order was placed to the time that the plant would actually see the order, it was about a 6-hour gap in there. And basically what the plants told us and what the business told us was that if we could somehow speed that up a little bit, that would improve and optimize the whole supply chain as it relates to that particular process. So what we did is we went and we said, okay, let's put the flash in and let's try and rework a little bit of this process using the flash as the technology. And ultimately what ended up happening was we ended up getting this process down from 6 hours down to near real time. And why that's important is, again, if you look at how this process works, you have a customer placing an order, a wait time. After the wait time, it hits the manufacturing, and this was taking 6 hours. Now it was real time. So the customer was placing the order. In real time, the plant was receiving the order. What could then happen was, as a result of that, is the plant received the order quicker. The plant was able to manufacture the order quicker, ship the order quicker, and the customer was able to receive their order quicker. So overall, tremendous value as a result of something that the VSI team saw on a chart, which they brought and they showed us, which ended up translating into something which was, at the end of the day, carrying some significant business value, not just for us as a business, but for our customer. So we're very grateful. We love having the VSI team around. We hope to continue having them around for many, many years. And they add tremendous value, not just to us as a business or to an IT organization, but back to our customers.